What's up, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I seen this video and I had to jump on here and do this immediately. This supposedly happened a day ago, or it was reported a day ago, and it's coming out of the Big D, Detroit, Michigan. And supposedly, what I'm about to show you on this video is astonishing to see. Now, I mean, I do videos and I say, hey, I never seen anything like that. And then immediately after that, something comes up that trumps that. I was going to say it on this, but after I show this video, it'll be something after this that trumps this, like I said. But the story I'm about to show you is a confrontation and a fight for life between two men and a Detroit police officer off duty, where they tried to steal his gun while he was in uniform. Like strong arm robbery, like take the gun from him. This officer wound up being in a fight for his life, and it's a good thing nobody got hurt. But he's a lot different than me. But we'll talk about that too. And I want to say something that a lot of people might not like, but you know the old adage, and you know how I'm on my show. If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, goddamn or not. That being said, let's go take a look at this video clip to show what kind of world we're living in now.
We're getting our first look at video of an attack on a Detroit police officer.
Yeah, this security camera video shows a man trying to grab the officer's gun, and the officer starts fighting back. Police say these are the two men who did it. Take a good look there. Victor Williams is live on this story for us tonight. Victor, the officer was able to wrestle that gun back.
Yeah, that's right, Kimberly and Christy. And the video of all of this taking place is quite shocking, to say the least, especially for one man who goes to that store all the time.
It was like, it took me back for a second, because thinking a young kid like that is able to do something so brazen and so bold, especially in the daytime in the open like that, is really surprising.
Maurice Hill couldn't believe what he was seeing while looking at surveillance video of both suspects going for an off-duty officer's gun while he was in full uniform.
It kind of makes you nervous thinking about, is people out here like that that's willing to go that far. We won't know what really the cause is, but just knowing that kids is out here going that far is probably something we need to check in on and make something better for the neighborhood.
The video shows the quick exchange. You see both suspects inch closer to the officer when one goes for the gun. The officer quickly reacts and starts wrestling with the first suspect to keep his weapon, but loses it for a few brief seconds as the back and forth struggle intensifies. The officer is able to retrieve his gun, but we soon find out the suspect in the background by the door is armed as well with what appears to be a Glock 9. Surprisingly, there was no exchange of gunfire.
Thankfully, it didn't end as bad as it could have been, just on how the whole thing scaled out. If you're in a situation where you're finding yourself taking a gun from an officer in the gas station, you should find something better to do with your life.
And if you guys know the two men pictured in that video, you're asked to call DPD. They would like to hear from you as soon as possible. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Victor, speaking of those two men in that video, it's a pretty clear shot of them. What can you tell us about the search for those guys who did this?
Well, we know not too long ago that DPD, they executed 2 search warrants, so they have some type of idea who these two men are. But we are told that in just a few moments, we are going to get an update from DPD. So as soon as that happens, and if any new information comes out of that, we'll keep everyone updated.
And that's something. Guys, that was something, wasn't it? We live in a messed up society right now. We got people out here that just don't give a F. And it's heartbreaking for two reasons. The first reason is this. Those are two able-bodied gentlemen. They could be working, preparing themselves. The most important years of someone's life is a male's life is between 18 to 24 years old. That's when you're getting your feet wet out in the real world, and you're carving out your direction in which way you want to go in life. Valuable time. A lot of people don't make it to the age of 18. And this is one of the reasons why, guys. Stuff like this. That officer, that's the first thing. Second thing is this. Let me get these points out the way first. Second thing is this. That is an officer of the law. The same person you say F the police to. The same person that, on the other hand, if you saying that, they call when you get shot up or you shoot somebody else. And here it is, this man off duty in uniform, and you got the balls to run up on him and say, you know what? I'm going to take my chances, get his gun and run out the store, and it's going to work out just like that. Then he got his man with him. Did you notice? Go back and look at the video, guys. His boy got the gun out, looking stupid, trying to point the gun at the cop. But they so much wrapped up in the tussle that they don't even see him. So he's standing on the sideline looking stupid. No plan whatsoever. Just go in there and just start some silliness. I don't even think he told his boy that he was going to do that. Some people think when they pull a gun out, you automatically get in a trance and just do what they say. That man has obligation. That's a service weapon. He has to guard that thing with his life, and he did. And it's a difference between grown man strength and boy strength. He had the gun away from the cop. The cop went back and got the gun and took it out of his hand. Go back and look. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Then they run out the store with nothing and look stupid. And his boy standing there pointing at the cop as if the cop, so the cop won't chase him. Criminals are getting dumber and dumber. And like it says, more brazen. The cop, they're lucky I wasn't that cop. First of all, you made me fight and get all crazy with you for nothing. Soon as I got the gun back, you know what I'm saying? I'd have shot. I don't care what anybody say. Anybody get mad? Listen, I had to fight for my life a second ago. Somebody gonna feel that. Because if they brave enough to do that to them, they brave enough to try that again. And that's the part that's crazy. This is an officer of the law. Now, regardless of how you feel about cops or whatever, they are needed. And this guy is doing a job that I can't do, and a lot of you guys out there can't do. I don't know if he was coming home or on his way to work. And for that to go down and happen to him, they lucky. He must have been a nice cop because he ain't blast, he ain't chase him or nothing. But I want to tell you something. They tried to take that gun. And this is the big reason why I said I'd blast the shit out of them. They tried to take that gun. Ain't no good reason why you would want to take a officer service weapon, number one. Number two, what you need a gun for at your young age. You should be out there exploring, understanding who you are, and on your way to building some type of career or a goal that you try to achieve. Not doing it no more. There are people that have never left their neighborhood but think they know everything about the world. We are the biggest threat to ourselves. And what I mean is the black folk are the biggest threat to black folk in areas like that. How do I know? Because I was in those areas. I've seen it. Not saying I don't live in the hood now, but I understand as I grow and I have children, you elevate. You get them out of the danger. The reason why you have children, not just to have them, because it's a biological act. You want your children to have a better life than you. Therefore, you put them in better situations. But we can't do that because the mass extermination of us is committed by us. They had got that gun. Who do you think they was going to point it at? Somebody that looked like them. Who you think they would have shot the bullets at? Somebody that looked like them. That's why I have no sympathy for criminals and all kind of stuff. And this thing really hits home for me because I had to fight like that one time. While I had guys with guns on me fighting one guy with a gun. He had a .357 Magnum in his hand. Luckily, I was stronger than he was. And I'm fighting for my life with him. and he got a friend with him in a hoodie, sunglasses too, like this idiot, with a sawed-off shotgun pointed at both of us. And they were speaking Spanish. I couldn't understand what they were saying. So I just kept spinning with the guy, hopefully using him as a shield so he couldn't hit us both. The guy that was trying to point, and the other guy was telling him to shoot me in Spanish. It got so bad with so much confusion that the guy just took the gun and was swinging the gun like a bat, hitting me and the guy. Then it got to the point where the guy who spoke broken English begged me to let him go. Promised me he wouldn't shoot me. So I let him go. He points at me. They both run off. And guess who was driving? A girl. Ford Explorer. Never caught him. Never caught him. And I just got out of federal prison. They lucky I let him leave. And I'm being honest. And the whole ordeal probably was about that, like 5-10 seconds. But it feels like a lifetime. I refuse to be victimized. Therefore, I don't victimize anybody. I believe in karma. You do dirt, you get dirt. And luckily, he got that gun back because he might have saved some life. Child's life. Somebody caught in the crossfire. Don't understand it. We kill our most productive years, our earning years when we are young. We waste it away on stupid stuff. What you repping the street for? The street don't rep you. The street what get you put in the plantation. And we don't get it through our heads. You're sent right to the plantation, come right back out, right back to the street. It's like a mother that don't want you. She push you away. Sometimes she hits you, and here you come crying back. Goofiness. Dudes like this, you hear me. We know a lot of them. They squander their golden years. And I'm not talking about their older age, their golden earning years when they're young, 18 to 24 years old, wind up going away for a bid, come right back out, try to catch up where they left off. And all of a sudden, they're 35, 40 years old, and people that do the right thing in their younger years get the jobs that they don't get, and they stuck because they missed a whole lifetime of learning and gathering wisdom and knowledge for themselves about themselves and life and the right thing to do and how to do it because they're locked up. And it's sad. Same type of dudes right here are the ones that when they get older, they buy what they want and beg for what they need. And that's a big problem we have. People don't know how to manage their money. People don't have a financial education on money. And I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but man, it's like nowadays we desire destruction. It's just a desire for destruction. What you need a gun for? You need a job. You need to find yourself a career. Instead of harming the community, try to help it. If you plan to stay there. Between your legs, you have testicles. You're going to bring forth babies. You can't, and they probably have kids right now. And you can't tell me your excuse for trying to steal an officer's gun in uniform was to feed your kids. That's another BS line, and you hear a lot. We got to wake up. It's like we speak from the same manual when it comes to why you do what you do, when it comes to dumb stuff. People are getting sick of this. They're going to start making these laws, and they're going to be seem like they're going to be race specific, and a whole bunch of people going to be crying and all this other stuff, racism and all this stuff. No, they're going to just adjust these crimes with who they know doing it, and it's going to bring more people to the plantation and more money being made on slave wages. See, the thing is, with all these laws, they don't believe in just taking people out and taking them to pasture. They're going to use your body and your productiveness for their benefit. And they're going to build society off you, like they did a long time ago with slavery. That's why I call it the plantation. There are prisons right now that are making license plates. People riding up and down the street off of slave wages from people that was hard-headed outside and claiming the street. They making money A lot of mattresses being made by inmates, slaving in there, pennies on the dollar, and somebody's making a killing off of that. Stop playing yourself out. You got children out here, look out for them. Be the example. In life, you're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. It's either this or that. Cause and effect. Universal law. And we still can't get it together. We chase something that doesn't exist. The need to be cool. You want to be out here and be the man. You're a grown up. You're already a man. You can't be no more than the man in you are, but you want to be a man in front of your friends. You're a grown up. We'd rather follow and lead. I seen a guy today, and the reason why this story strikes me hard today, I seen a guy today at a stop sign. He had a temp tag on like it was a brand new car he brought. The window was broke out of the car. Not broke out, yeah, broke out, but it was like plastic. And I seen this car. I'm looking at this car like I seen this car before. And it was an old, like a Buick LeBaron or something. I'm like, and it had a temp tag on. I'm like, I seen this car in the car lot. And he must have been the one that brought it. He got the seat leaned back, the car old. And you couldn't tell him he was a man. He's sitting in there, he's smoking his weed, got his glasses up, listening to his rap, old as me. He rhyming, he doing this, he feeling it. And I said to myself, you just brought that car and you just as ecstatic as somebody that just brought a Ferrari. What type of life are we living here? Now, I know people, accomplishments make you happy, but I mean, accomplish something that matters. Be an example for other people to follow. Be a leader out here in these streets. We all know the difference between right and wrong. Try doing what's right for the first time. Have pride in who you are. Remember all the struggles we had just for us to be able to get an education and to be accepted as human beings. As always, guys, leave me a comment, man. I'm sorry I rambled. I mean, stuff like this really aggravates me. It's like always us. I mean, it's like nobody uses their minds no more. As always, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm sorry I went off, but you know how it is on this channel sometimes. When I see something that's stupid, I got to call it out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for listening.